How to choose the perfect life partner. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's topic is one that's universal: how to choose the perfect life partner. Whether you're in a relationship, single and searching, or simply reflecting on what love means to you, this conversation will give you insights that can help at any stage. Choosing a life partner is about so much more than just finding someone you're attracted to or who shares your interests. It's about finding someone who aligns with your values, understands you emotionally, and with whom you can build a fulfilling life. Today, we're going to explore what really matters when it comes to choosing a life partner and how to navigate this deeply personal journey. 1. Self-awareness. Before we start talking about finding the right person, we need to talk about the most important relationship in your life, the one you have with yourself. Why is this so important? Think about it. If you don't know who you are, what you value, and what you want out of life, how can you choose a partner who complements that? Self-awareness is the compass that guides you toward finding someone who fits into your life rather than reshaping yourself to fit into theirs. Let us take the example of David. He spent his 20s in and out of relationships, never quite sure why things didn't work out. One day, after another breakup, he realized he didn't really know what he wanted from a relationship. Was he looking for a travel companion, someone to start a family with, a partner who shared his creative passions? David decided to take a break from dating and focused on discovering his own goals, values, and interests. After some soul-searching, he found clarity, and when he met Sarah, who shared his passion for both creativity and stability, it just clicked. They built a life that reflected both of their values, all because David had taken the time to understand himself first. Number 2. Emotional intelligence. We've all heard about IQ, but what about EQ, emotional intelligence? It's the unsung hero of successful relationships. Emotional intelligence is about understanding not only your emotions, but also those of your partner. It's about navigating tough conversations, conflict, and even those quiet moments when your partner just needs someone to listen, not to fix the problem. Consider Jessica and Tom. Tom had always been the problem solver in their relationship. Every time Jessica had a tough day and wanted to talk, Tom would jump in with solutions. But Jessica didn't want solutions. She just wanted to be heard. Tom had to learn that being emotionally available wasn't about fixing things, but about being present, empathetic, and truly listening. Once he made that shift, their relationship deepened in ways they hadn't imagined. What's the takeaway? Emotional intelligence isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware of your emotions and how they affect your partner and being willing to grow together. 3. Shared values and life goals. Let's move on to a subject that is often overlooked until it's too late: shared values and life goals. We can't stress enough how important it is to be on the same page when it comes to your core values. Whether it's how you feel about money, career ambitions, religion, or family, these are the building blocks of a long-term partnership. If these aren't aligned, love alone may not be enough to keep you together. Imagine Lily and Carlos. They met in college and immediately clicked. After a few years together, they started talking about the future. Lily wanted to move to a big city and climb the corporate ladder, while Carlos dreamed of a quiet life in the countryside, running a small business. They loved each other, but their dreams for the future were so different that they had to ask themselves, can we build a life together? Ultimately, they decided to part ways, but they remained close friends, understanding that love is sometimes not enough without shared life goals. This story shows that while love is crucial, your vision for the future needs to align. It's about creating a shared narrative where both partners feel fulfilled. 4. Communication. We all know that communication is essential, but let's dive deeper into what good communication actually looks like. Healthy communication goes beyond talking about your day. It involves the ability to express needs, set boundaries, and handle disagreements without letting them spiral into resentment. Let me share Mia and James's story. Mia was someone who grew up in a family where emotions weren't discussed. James, on the other hand, came from a household where everything was openly communicated. This difference caused friction in their relationship. Whenever Mia was upset, she would shut down, and James would feel frustrated by her silence. It took time, but they learned how to meet in the middle. Mia worked on opening up, and James learned to give her space when needed. Their relationship flourished because they were both willing to improve their communication. The key is not about never having conflicts. It's about learning how to address them respectfully and effectively when they arise. 5. Financial compatibility. Next up, money. It's an uncomfortable topic for many, but it's one of the most important conversations you can have with a potential life partner. Money is more than just numbers in your bank account. It's about trust, security, and shared responsibility. Take Priya and Adam. They loved each other deeply, but they had very different approaches to money. Priya was a saver, always looking to build a financial safety net, while Adam was more of a spender, enjoying life in the moment. This difference caused tension, but they knew their relationship was worth working on. They sat down and created a financial plan that worked for both of them, setting joint goals, budgeting for experiences, and planning for the future. Now, money is no longer a source of stress, but a shared project that brings them closer. Financial compatibility isn't about having the same amount of money. It's about having similar attitudes toward how you manage it. 6. Physical attraction and chemistry. Physical attraction is often what draws us to someone in the first place. But we all know that sustaining a relationship requires more than just chemistry. So, how do you maintain both physical and emotional connection over time? Consider Natalie and Ryan. They were initially drawn to each other because of their undeniable chemistry. But over time, they realized that it was their emotional bond, their shared sense of humor, their ability to be vulnerable with each other, and their mutual respect that kept the passion alive. They learned that maintaining intimacy in a long-term relationship wasn't just about physical attraction, but about continuing to nurture their emotional connection through new experiences and regular affection. The spark can last, but only if you tend to both the physical and emotional aspects of the relationship. 7. Family dynamics and influence. Now, let's talk about family. When you marry someone, you're also integrating their family into your life. Navigating these relationships can be tricky, but it's essential to find a balance that works for your partnership. Once upon a time, Emily and Sean loved each other deeply, but Emily's family was extremely involved in their lives. At first, Sean felt uncomfortable, like he had to compete for Emily's attention. It wasn't until they both sat down and discussed boundaries, how to honor family while protecting their relationship, that things started to improve. Setting healthy boundaries allowed them to create their own space, while still maintaining close ties with both sides of their family. Family can be a source of support, but it's important to define where your family ends and your partnership begins. Lastly, I want to share 2 stories about finding love through patience, timing, and perseverance. Story number 1. Love Across Oceans. Sophie and Max's story could have been straight out of a movie. They met online while living on opposite sides of the globe. Sophie in London and Max in Sydney immediately felt a deep connection. Conversations that started with casual messages soon turned into hours of phone calls, sharing their dreams, fears, and everything in between. But the distance wasn't easy. The 10-hour time difference meant missed calls and late-night conversations that left them both exhausted. There were moments when the longing to be together felt unbearable, yet neither of them gave up. They planned regular visits, counted as down the days until they could be in the same time zone, and never let a day pass without checking in on each other. After 2 years of long-distance struggles, Sophie decided to take a leap of faith. She moved to Australia, and the moment they saw each other at the airport, all the waiting and challenges melted away. Today, Sophie and Max are happily married, proving that when two people are committed, even oceans can't keep them apart. Their story is a reminder that love can thrive despite distance, as long as both people are willing to put in the effort. Story 2. The perfect timing. Waiting for the right moment. Karen and Mike's story is one of patience and timing. They first met in college, and sparks flew immediately. There was undeniable chemistry, but at the time, Karen wasn't ready for something serious. She was focused on her career and personal growth, while Mike was looking for commitment. Despite the strong connection, they decided to part ways. For years, they stayed in touch, occasionally catching up as their lives moved in different directions. Karen traveled, pursued her dreams, and lived in different cities. Mike built his career and dated other people, but neither could shake the feeling that something was unfinished between them. It wasn't until they crossed paths again at a mutual friend's party that everything clicked. They were both at different points in their lives, more settled and ready for what had once seemed too daunting. This time, they embraced the chance to build something lasting. Today, Karen and Mike are together and happier than ever. Their journey shows that sometimes love isn't about finding the right person immediately. It's about finding the right time for both people to be ready. It's a testament to the idea that love often reappears when it's meant to be. So, finding the right partner doesn't always follow a straightforward path. Whether it's overcoming long-distance struggles or waiting for life's timing to align, love has its own journey.